Let Loose developer briefing 196. Summer draws to an end and nights close in. Hello everyone, my name is BurningWiki and welcome to my channel. And there is news for Hell Let Loose. We are gonna get some new night maps, that is to say old maps that now will get a night version, and we're gonna get a new tank, I should say, just one, and we're gonna get new uniforms. So this is developer briefing 196, summer draws to an end. Before I get started, I would like to ask you all that if you do enjoy my content, then please subscribe to the channel. And it says, hey everyone, with patch 14.3 now behind us, we know you'll all be keen to learn more about what will be in the upcoming to Hell Let Loose as we head into October. Your feedback has been invaluable to us over these last few months, and we've been able to focus our efforts into tackling some of the game's most prevalent issues. As of today, we can confirm a fix for the loadout bug has been submitted. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, who can believe this? Wow, let's hope it. Let's hope they finally fix this annoying little issue that has been in the game from the start. And will be available for you to stress test in PTE session this Friday, the 29th of September. We know there's still a long way to go to optimize and improve Hell Let Loose. And while we're continuing to focus on bug fixing and making good on the British forces, we also don't want to leave you waiting too long for new content. To find out what you can expect to see in Hell Let Loose for the rest of the year. So this is gonna be patch 14.4 October. New night maps. Our environment tech art team has been working on bringing night variants to a number of existing maps, including Quarantine, St. Marie Inglis, Utah Beach, Hill 400, Driel, Kharkov, Omaha Beach dusk map and El Alamein dusk map. Of course, this is all nice, right? Having more choices is great, but now we still have the issue of the people who are cheating with filters and overlays and zoom functions. I think the Hell Let Loose dev team should just contact NVIDIA and tell them to turn off the filters for this game, as many games have done in the past. Is it still fun playing the night or dusk maps? Yes, it is, but if you know there is a guy on the other team or multiple people on the other team that use filters to just cancel it, then what is the point of being on a night map? That is just my opinion, but what is the point? Here we can see a example, and yeah, it looks great. Quarantine looks great at night, and what can you say? Saint Marie, it looks beautiful. The shadows look beautiful, the clouds look beautiful, everything. I love everything about it. And there is a new DLC, that is the Fallschirmjäger cosmetic DLC. And we can see him here, and yeah, they look good. They have the small helmet, which also is a feature. And yeah, it looks great. I love it. I love it. And of course it is a DLC, and this is the Fallschirmjäger DLC number 1 from a different site. And then number 2, Dive to Prone, reworked and evolved. The new version of Dive to Prone will also be available for testing this Friday. A lot of time has been spent fine-tuning and polishing the Dive to Prone feature to not only ensure it's exploitable, but also to give it a much more realistic and tactile feel by utilizing tunable parameters, including ground friction parameters. Players will now carry momentum throughout, which means you'll be unable to change direction mid-dive and instead only able to control direction once friction with the ground is gradually re-established on landing. Animation queue system. Players can no longer dive while jumping. Instead, the new animation queue system is used to begin the dive when the player lands from a jump. Stance change timer. This ensures the players aren't able to dolphin dive by including a cooldown that prevents the action from being carried out too soon after completing a dive. Additional ground friction. The duration and speed of the slide has been turned down to feel more realistic and is now impacted by whether you are entering dive to prone from standing versus crouching. These are all great improvements. I'm pretty sure this will solve the whole dolphin diving issue, right? Patch 14.5 November, new variants for LLMane and Drill, well, night variants of more ways to enjoy your favorite maps. We're also introducing a new dusk variant map for LLMane, and we can see a really nice example right here. And Drill will also be receiving a night map version with patch 14.5, which also looks very nice. It looks really ghosty. It looks really eerie. I really like the night maps. Part 1 of the British Forces rework also landing with patch 14.5. Players will be able to get hands-on with the initial improvements to the British Forces, including updated desert uniforms for both the Germans and the British soldiers, as well as the new British tanks and the new British weapons to replace the previous loadouts. Wow, these uniforms look really good. I gotta say, whoever is designing the uniforms knows what they're doing, and they have watched World War II footage or photos, because the amount of details in these uniforms is really nice. And this is of course the British, I want to say saucer pen helmet. It is the pen helmet, right? It's the classic one. And we got a nice uniform here, a German duck uniform. The amount of details is amazing. I really love it. And this is the new Stuart tank, the Honey Badger, I think, the Honey tank. I see a little difference with the normal Stuart, but it's always nice to have multiple tanks, right? It has a lot of machine guns, this one though. It has 1, 2, 3 machine guns. So I hope we can all use them. 4 machine guns. It has a bow machine gun. It has 1, 2 fixed machine guns. It has a machine gun next to the cannon. And it has a bow machine gun as well. So it will be interesting. Will they all be functionable? That is the question here. We got the Lee Enfield. Also, again, the details on these rifles is amazing. Like the wear on the bolt. Loving it. Loving it. Erbsen Master Pattern 1944 Uniform DLC. During our Ask Me Anything in July, we mentioned wanting to continue to support Hell Let Loose, delivering a historical, accurate and authentic World War II experience. So we're gonna get a beautiful, I love the camouflage pattern, the dot camouflage pattern. Love it, look at it. It's beautiful. What is this, tanking? I think it's tanks, right? It looks like tanks uniforms. So yeah, very nice. We're gonna get a free weekend in November. Patch 14.68 December. Stalingrad and Kharkov night maps. Wow, this looks absolutely amazing. Very nice. The mist in the distance. I do like the night maps. It gives a whole new feeling. This is Kharkov, of course, the church in the middle of the map. Yeah, it looks really good. The future focus for the remaining of this year and into the next, we want to continue improving your experience with Hell Let Loose, and you will find that we are continuing to release patches rather than updates. We're considering updates to significantly content drops, which would include new maps, modes and forces. Patches are now our smaller releases that focus on game improvements, community requests, bug fixes and smaller pieces of content, such as a map variant. I do love the smaller updates. It's way better than waiting 6, 7, 8 months for a big patch. So yeah, that is good news. And that was about it. So we're gonna get a new tank, we're gonna get new uniforms, we're gonna get new variants of night maps, and we're gonna get the new dive to prone system. So yeah, I do like it. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. And I think Hell Let Loose needs these changes and needs a lot of good updates like these. Because if we go to the Steam charts, we can still see they are losing players instead of gaining players. Since the disaster that was the English update, it just went downhill. we lost almost 50% of the player base. We're now at 8,000. We were at 13.5 thousand. It has been a disaster, and I sure hope Hell Let Loose can recover from this. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this new update. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, just leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all next time.